This is David Taub with GVWire.com here at the Fresno Unified Board Bond Oversight Committee. I'm here with their chairwoman, Barbara Steck. Barbara, first of all, explain what is this committee and what does it do for the public?
Okay, this committee actually represents the public for the bond issue. So the year 2000, Prop 39 required that, well, when the legislation passed that the school bonds could be passed with 55% vote, it also included a requirement that there be a citizens committee to oversee the expenditures of those bond measures. So this committee has been sitting for several years and provided oversight for Measure K, Measure Q, and in the future, if there's a new bond, if the new bond passes, then we will continue with that bond as well.
Now, how many members are on the committee and how does one get on the committee?
The committee is appointed, and I don't know the exact number of members, but the committee is appointed by the school board. Each school board member, I think, gets two appointments to this committee, and then the superintendent appoints the chair. And the committee is supported by staff, the staff here at facilities that really are doing the nuts and bolts of the construction projects for the bond measures.
So doing my math right, 7 times 2 plus 1, that would be about 15 committee. So if you're the chairwoman, that means you were appointed by Superintendent Hansen?
I initially sat on the committee. I was appointed by the trustee, Janet Ryan, and then the superintendent appointed me to the chair when the former chair termed out.
How often do you meet?
We meet quarterly. The meetings usually run about an hour. We have loads of material to look at. The staff does a phenomenal job, really, of putting all of the materials together so that it's comprehensible to us as committee members, because we, by and large, we are not in the trenches on construction in our personal lives. So they do a great job at explaining things for us.
Now, what is your background?
My background is land use and transportation planning. So I do come from a related field. So this is, of course, very interesting to me. And I've had children go through school districts, so their facilities are, very important to the education of their educational experience, I think. So.
Now, I understand you used to work for Fresno Council of Governments?
Yes, I did. I worked for the Council of Governments, which is a transportation planning agency for Fresno County. I also worked for the City of Fresno and the County of Fresno as a land use planner.
Okay. And you said there were about 15 members. Only I saw 7 attend today. Is that, what do you think about that?
I think that, people probably have busy lives, and, that's the way it goes. And I think that we have, actually, I think the group that was here today is probably pretty representative. They're faithful attendees. So I prefer to look at the people that are here to review all the projects and work with the staff. And people will just attend if they have an opportunity to be here.
Now, you have a background, in government and in transportation planning. I noticed that a lot of the people, the committee members, have a kind of a background in education. A lot of them seem to be retired education members.
I think that's awesome because they present a very in-depth knowledge of what is needed in the classroom for their job as teachers. So I think it adds a nice flavor to the committee, because they can ask the questions that I, as a former transportation and land use planner, probably wouldn't think of to ask. So I think it's a good blend.
Now, one of the topics discussed here today was Measure X. It's been a little contentious, so what are your thoughts on Measure X?
Well, I think, as with any bond measure, you're going to get the pros and you're going to get the cons. That's the nature of passing legislation. I think that there were some questions, and very recently the staff has presented information, I think, that probably clarified that. I saw an item on the TV news that some of the people that were opposed to the measure have now come around. They've seen the information and they're satisfied that they have the information to make a decision on the ballot.
Now, I think one of the big issues is probably where your board comes in is oversight. So what do you see your role in satisfying those critics if Measure X passes on the transparency and oversight aspect of Measure X?
Well, hopefully we will put their minds at ease that there is a group of citizens that are providing oversight for the expenditures, and to ensure that those expenditures are done according to what the ballot measure proposed the Measure Q ballot that's the only bond that we're overseeing right now. That the oversight is there, and that we review all the materials that the auditors provide for us, and that the money is being spent according to the ballot measure that the people have voted for.